So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is the Ryan here.
And once again, Scott has actually updated the newest teaser on ScottGames.com, and he has revealed another set of new animatronics. Now, before we actually jump into this, we just want to talk about some antics for those of you who actually missed MatPat's livestream with all of us yesterday.
Yeah, if you guys missed MatPat's livestream, good lord, you probably missed one of the most important nights in Five Nights at Freddy's history, because basically Scott was trying to pretty much give us the story on a plate.
Absolutely, yeah, and if you guys can already tell, the images on screen that you're seeing now are different images that Scott actually teased throughout the night on the website whilst the live stream was actually commencing. And guys, we are really working hard now to try and figure something out here, and we're gonna, once we figure it out, you guys will be the first to hear about it. We'll straight away make a video, so you guys have a lot to look forward to. And hey, you know, this might actually be the end. We may be able to actually crack the big mystery that is of Five Nights at Freddy's.
And that will be one sad video. But moving on to FNAF World now, a bit more of a brighter note. Scott actually updated this multiple times whilst we was doing the stream, and he knew specifically what he was doing. It was a very cunning and genius plan for advertising, and yeah, we're going to go through some of the updates now.
First off, we're going to breathe through all of the names. Of course, we have the Nightmare animatronic that's been changed, also the Withered Foxy, Phantom Mangle 2, which has been added just behind the puppet, and also Nightmare Bonnie. So we'll start with Nightmare's overall appearance.
So yeah, Nightmare actually, his previous appearance was a lot more thicker and bigger than Fredbear, but this one seems to kind of match the same kind of body style, I guess. Maybe the head's a little bit more thicker, but like obviously Scott has been following this trait of trying to not make them look as aggressive as before, and I think it's paying off in a good way.
Absolutely, yeah. I think one thing about the Fredbear characters, we can see he's actually got what appears to be some kind of eyelids just above, and it looks like he's kind of frowning just a little bit. So maybe that might be a way to differentiate between this Nightmare and this Fredbear character. Maybe the Nightmare character may have like some kind of more aggressive past when he speaks in his dialogue form, something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and straight over now to Withered Fox, which is just actually below the Five Nights at Freddy's one endoskeleton. He actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. I'm quite happy with this design.
Definitely. He doesn't look as cute as his the Five Nights at Freddy's one Foxy, but he does look very badass, I'll say.
Yeah, he looks quite aggressive almost. You can see like he's kind of frowning just a little bit, and it's a really cool idea, and I really like the way he actually looks as a whole.
Yeah, definitely.
And the next one in line is actually the Withered Freddy character, who has also changed now, and he looks a lot less damaged than his counterpart, I've got to say that, but I think his design also looks quite nice, because I've noticed that Scott is actually managing to make each of the different generations for this new FNAF World game very unique, so it's not probably going to feel like we're playing as the same character.
Yeah, as we've said before, he doesn't want to make them look all tough and rugged and horrible looking, and obviously, you know, I mean, looking at the nightmares, they are nightmares pretty much, but it's not as withered as the previous Withered Freddy, but you know, like we said, it's this whole feel that he's going for.
Absolutely, yeah. So now we're going to move over to, of course, the Phantom Mangle, because this one was actually really interesting, and this character went through multiple updates last night whilst the live stream was commencing, where the Mangle slowly peeps out, and we can also see just to the right-hand side of the puppet, we have the other portion of the Mangle's endoskeleton just peeking out next to Balloon Boy's balloon.
Scott was doing this last night to tease us, like, because obviously when the first update happened, we were all like, oh, what's going on here? And then obviously he kept moving them around and making us think that he's changing stuff when all he was doing was moving them around. So it was frustrating, but at the same time it was awesome.
Absolutely. And actually, just before we go on to the last animatronic, I want to actually pick up on that as well. It almost seems like Scott's now formatting all of these guys to almost make the logo for FNAF World, because as we can see, Balloon Boy and also JJ, they seem to be having this kind of symmetrical design. It's almost like if you cut it down the middle, you'll see like a mirror. So maybe that's something that Scott's going for with this, but who knows? I think this image is definitely going to continue to change very frequently.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe that Golden Freddy head, because it's been moved a lot more central now, I think that's going to probably represent the logo of FNAF World, maybe.
I mean, it's not been changed yet, and who's to say it might not actually be changed? It may represent maybe like a starting point or some kind of haven where, you know, that head's almost like in the background to just say, you know, this is like the hometown of where these guys come from, something like that.
Yeah.
And then the last one in the list is, of course, this Nightmare Bonnie character, which actually still looks quite, well, I could say dangerous, but I don't think that's the correct word. I would say quite angry, because we can definitely see, once again, we've got these eyelids which are helping create this kind of frowning appearance, which I suppose looks to be a trait of these Nightmare animatronics apart from the Fredbear character. So maybe that's how Scott's going to link these guys together.
Yeah, it seems like he's got the same kind of expression as Springtrap, which we also know to be another Bonnie generation.
Okay, and the final one we actually want to talk about is this secret animatronic in the background. We can definitely see it's more in shot. It's definitely got a purple bow tie, and it's definitely looking to be a female-based Bonnie character.
Obviously, we haven't seen this character before, so I think obviously we've mentioned that this could be a new secret animatronic, but if we were to look at the Shadow Bonnie there on the right, they have very similar traits.
Yeah, they have a very similar design overall when you actually look at it, and it's quite strange because you can see the ears are very similar in the way they're kind of formatted, and I don't know, maybe that's just one thing. Maybe Scott's trying to actually give a little bit of light to these once branded Shadow animatronics, and it'll be interesting to see this, because I think if Scott does actually do this, and this is actually what he's planning to do, maybe we'll get some backstory to these once Shadow animatronics.
That would be awesome, yeah.
So there we have it, guys. That was, of course, talking about the newest teaser image for FNAF World on ScottGames.com. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and be sure to comment down below any of your own thoughts in relation to these newest teaser images.
And if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating down below? And if you're new to our channel, why not subscribe for more interesting videos like this, and also the gameplays.
So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. We do hope you did enjoy, and we'll, of course, see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?